Hola, minasan! Welcome back for another round of Magic unboxing. Oh yeah, today we got regular Dominaria, not Dominaria United, not Dominaria X, not Dominaria Y, not even Z. We just got plain old yogurt. Plain old yogurt. So this is a bundle booster box. Comes in with 10 boosters and a bunch of interesting stuff. According to the packaging here. As you can see, it's not opened yet or anything. This was a very fair price for being an old box. It's got a player's guide. It's got the 10-15 card Dominaria booster packs. So that's 150 cards in this little box here. Dominaria card box. I got another one. 80 card basic land pack. So there's 80 basic lands in here. Quick reference guide and the spin down life counter as usual. This is gonna be pretty exciting to look at. We're gonna crack it open. Let us begin, everybody. Let us begin. Here we go. So here we are, little Dominaria. Sorry, it's just that we got this little glare going here. As always, I'm like directly over over the light. You probably might have noticed on the list there's a little slight change on the list there, and that is Kudo, King Among Bears. Y'all saw that when I unpacked Modern Horizons. I actually gave it a play with my newest commander deck, which is all about single mana, and let me tell you something. Kudo proved to be more efficient than Reese the Redeem. Now, Reese the Redeem is still an excellent card for one hybrid mana, which is green and white, because he could generate creatures and multiply them. But Kudo, turning every single creature into bears and then making their base power 2/2. I was a little bit worried because that deck's weakness, hands down, the deck's weakness is the fact that people can give +1/+1 counters or buffs, +X buffs, which can hurt the Kudo deck. But it actually handled very well. I got to find, I've been playing, doing pods with it, but the pods always kept cutting short, and I finally got to do a full pod with Kudo, and let me tell you something. I was a bullseye. Everybody's like, get rid of Kudo, because all their big buffy creatures kept on turning into 2/2 bears, and I was the one that was getting the buffs because I added the buffs. I will be doing deck teching soon, and you'll get to see Kudo and Felix and all the others that I have yet to cover for deck teching. So it's gonna be pretty exciting for all of you to see, especially that mana curve. It's gonna be hilarious. So here's Dominaria. Here we go. Here is Dominaria. Let's crack this open and see what's inside. Uh-oh. Oh, you know what? The solution to all good things. Scissors. There we go. And let's slide that through. There we are. Okay. And here we are. Oh yeah. Oh yeah. Woo. There. Here we are. There we go. Okay, this is very interesting the way that this was boxed in the early going. Look at this, man. Does this open, or that's just? Yeah, this is actually unnecessary. There's nothing in this box. It's just what a weird, what an interesting way to package the box. Okay, and then here is the player's guide. This is actually pretty interesting. There's something in here. Uh oh, and it fell over. Uh oh. Oh, it's a Oh, check this out. Oh, this is actually pretty cool. Look at this. Look at this. It's security tags. Ooh, look at the security tags. Wow. Ooh. This player's guy looks interesting. What's in what kind of, what they got going on here? It's about they talk about the storied past of Dominaria. Interesting. So they got some Dominaria lore. MagictheGathering comes home. Dominaria, for those of you who might not know, was the first planes introduced in the that players were introduced to in Alpha, the first set of Magic the Gathering, and where basically the origins of some of the most notable storylines like Phyrexians come from. Before the establishment of the multiverse, if I remember correctly, by all means, correct me if I'm wrong in the comment section. But this got the lore, Phyrexian. Look at this. They even got a timeline. This is actually pretty cool. Um, and look at the cards here. They got a whole card list going on in these pages, and the locations, and the inhabitants, the top 10 coolest Dominaria cards. This is actually a pretty awesome book. This is a very nice book, and I like that it's got punch holes in it, so you could put it in a binder, a 2-hole binder. So that's actually cool. There's we got some internal art here, inside art. I don't know if you can see it. It's the same as this box here, but in larger form. Okay, I see. So there's a this is perforation here, so it's intended to be turned into like a little um, poster. So this is actually supposed to be a poster. If you just rip off the this, if you rip the perforations carefully and unfold it, and it becomes a full blown poster. I like that. I like that. I could see you can see how Dominaria is laid out like that. That's actually pretty interesting. That's pretty interesting. And here's the box. This is it's just like the other card boxes, which is good. More card boxes, the better, for me to contain my loose cards in. I like that. That's pretty cool. So let's see what's inside. Ooh. We got the die. It's basic red. Very basic red die. That's fine. Here we go. Move that a little closer so you can listen to me. So that's cool. Another life counter die thing. Let's see. This is actually interesting that this box is contained like this. Let's see here. It's got a separator. I wonder what this is. Like, I guess this is to store the counters and such. That's actually pretty interesting. That's pretty interesting that they got this little setup going on here. That they got that little setup. All right, let's close this up. Let's put this all back in place here so we can have our display while I crack open the boxes. Here we go. All right, and I'll put this book right up here like so. Here we are. All right. Hey, look at that. Nice little setup going on there, huh? You like that? Here's our packs. Here is all of the basic lands in here. There's no need for me to crack this open, but it's cool that I got more basic lands because my commander decks have been eating up a lot of lands, and I've been running low on them. So that's cool. I don't have to crack that open. I'll do that when the time comes. So I'll put that to the side there. And that's a lot. This is 80 lands. That's pretty cool. I like that. I like that. I like that. And then we got the quick reference guide here. Here's the quick reference guide. The quick reference guide. So let's slide this open. Oh, this is nice. It gives you the breakdown of all the phases, which is cool. The beginning phase, the main phase, the combat phase, main phase again, ending phase. That's not bad. That's not bad. This is great for beginners. This is actually a pretty good bundle box actually for beginners because you get stocked on land, a good stock on land. You get a quick reference guide which teaches you how to cast spells, how the basic lands work, the types of cards there are. I think this is something that should make a return, so to speak. This kind of, I mean, I know that they got the bundle boxes, but I mean, like, bring something like this, a little bit more elaborate. It seems a little bit more elaborate compared to the others, and offer up a lot of lands rather than specialized lands, foil lands or anything. Give people some actual lands. But yeah, this is not bad. Not bad. A quick reference guide. So here we are, 10 boosters. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. So we got 10 with various characters on there, which is pretty cool. All these booster packs. So let's see what we're getting. All right. Let's see here. There we go. Just wanted to make a quick adjustment. I think that's good. Yep. All right. Y'all ready? Let's get cracking. All right, pack 1. Ooh, look at this. We get the advertisement card. This is a very powerful card. As you can see, your neighbor magic meetup. Nah, I'm just kidding. Let's flip over here. We got Cold Water Snapper, Turtle, 5 mana on a blue, hexproof. This creature can't be the target of spells or abilities. Your opponent's control, 4/5 creature. Fervent Strike, 1 red, 1 red, 1 red. Instant. Target creature gains +1/+0 and gains first strike and haste until end of turn. Wind Grace Acolyte. 4 mana in a black. Cat Warrior. Flying. When Acolyte enters the battlefield, put the top 3 cards of your library into your graveyard and you gain 3 life. Ooh, you mill that out. Interesting. Pierce the Sky. 1 mana in a green. Instant. Pierce the Sky deals 7 damage to target creature with flying. Green really hates flying creatures. You know that, right? Alright. Voltaic Servant. 2 mana. Artifact creature construct. At the beginning of your end step, untap target artifact. 1/3 creature. Very fascinating. Run amok. 1 mana in a red. Target. Instant. Target attacking creature gets +3/+2 and gains trample until end of turn. Very classic. Classic. Gideon's Reproach. 1 mana and a white. I'm getting a lot of 1 mana, 1 color cards here right now. It's pretty interesting. 1 mana and a white. Instant. Gideon's Reproach deals 4 damage to target attacking creature or blocking creature. I wonder if this is a boon set. These 1 white, 1 and white cards. These 2 mana things. Thallid Omnivore. Ooh, look at that. Look at that. That's actually. My man got a staff. 3 mana in black. Fungus. 1 mana. Sacrifice another creature. Thallid Omnivore gets +2/+2 until end of turn. If a sapperling was sacrificed this way, you gain 2 life. 3/3 creature. That sounds fun. This Omnivore sounds fun. Jousting Lands, 2 mana. Artifact equipment. Equipped creature gets +2/+0. As long as it's your turn, equipped creature has first strike. Equip 3. For 3 mana, tap attached to target creature you control. Equip only as a sorcery. Actually, this is not a bad card. Because you get 2-0 and the first strike during your turn. Problem is that it's relegated to your turn, which kind of makes sense thematically. I don't know if I could fit it into a deck because 3 mana to attach, just to only have first strike on your own turn for +2/+0. I don't know. I'll have to see about that. Sapperling Migration, 1 mana and a green. Sorcery, Kicker, 4 mana. You may pay an additional 4 mana as you cast a spell. Create 2 1/1 green Sapperling creature tokens. If the spell was kicked, create 4 of those tokens instead. So for 6 mana, you get 4 1/1 green Sapperling creature tokens. Interesting. Nature Spiral, 1 mana and a green. Sorcery, return target permanent card from your graveyard to your hand. I love this card already. Especially for green, being able to retrieve a whole creature, that's a rarity. That's a rare thing. Yeah, let me fix this up for all of you here. This feels a little crowded, doesn't it? Here we go. Let's slide this over like so. There we go. Here we go. All right. Here we go. How's that feel? Does that feel a little better now? I don't know. Feels better for me. Here we go. All right, we got Merfolk Trickster, 2 blue, Merfolk Wizard, Flash. When Trickster enters the battlefield, tap target creature an opponent controls. It loses all abilities until end of turn. 2/2 creature. We got a Saga. First Eruption, 2 mana and a red. Equipment, Enchantment Saga. As the Saga enters, and after your draw step, add a lore counter. Sacrifice after Chapter 3. Chapter 1, the first eruption deals 1 damage to each creature without flying. Chapter 2, add 2 red mana. Chapter 3, sacrifice a mountain. If you do, the first eruption deals 3 damage to each creature. Which is crazy. I guess, I don't know, does it die? It doesn't say that it gets sacrificed or something. I don't know. We'll have to see about that one. Let's see here. Next up is Whisper Blood Liturgist. 3 mana and a black. Legendary Human Cleric. Tap. Sacrifice 2 creatures. Return target creature card from your graveyard to the battlefield. That is tight. 2/2 creature. That's actually pretty tight. You know what I mean? If you got them tokens, sacrifice them. That's actually pretty good if you have token generations. Mountain. Basic land mountain. And we got a Sapperling token. That's what a Sapperling looks like. Interesting. It's got a nice creature look to it. Interesting. Yeah, it's supposed to be like the legs and everything. That's supposed to be the face and eyes. Ooh, man, that's actually pretty cool artwork. Token creature Sapperling. All right. Got ourselves some interesting stuff. We got some interesting stuff. It's a good start. Here we go. Alright. Next up. Ooh, look at this. Ultra Pro advertisement card. Tap to get yourself an Ultra Pro. Alright. Radiating Lightning. 3 mana and a red. Instant. Lightning deals 3 damage to target player and 1 damage to each creature that player controls. Nice weenie wipe. But very tough to... very tough, you know. That's a tough one there. Animate Will, 1 mana and a white, instant. Target creature gets +2/+2 and gains indestructible until end of turn. Damage and effects that say destroy don't destroy it. Voldalian Arcanist, 1 mana and a blue. Merfolk Wizard, tap, add colorless mana. Spend this mana only to cast an instant or sorcery spell. 1/3 creature. Okay, that's not bad if you're doing instants and sorceries. Not bad. Frenzied Rage. 1 mana and a red. Enchantment Aura. Enchanted creature gets +2/+1 and has menace. It can't be blocked except by 2 or more creatures. Alright, that's not a bad creature enchantment. Not a bad creature enchantment, actually. That's a pretty good... In fact, that's actually a pretty good creature enchantment. It's just only 2 mana and you get a 2/1 boost and menace. That's actually pretty good. That's actually a pretty good card. That's solid. Gift of Growth, 1 mana and a green, instant, kicker, 2 mana. Untap target creature. It gets +2/+2 until end of turn. If the spell was kicked, that creature gets +4/+4 until end of turn instead. Alright. There's a lot of solid one mana, 1 color cards coming out of here. Instant and sorcery. Caligo, Skin Witch, 1 mana and a black. Creature, Human Wizard, kicker, 3 mana and a black. When Caligo enters the battlefield, if it was kicked, each opponent discards 2 cards. 1/3 creature. Yeah, there's a lot of good, solid 1 mana, 1 color cards in this pack so far. These first 2 packs. Tragic Poet, 1 white human. Tap, sacrifice poet. Return target enchantment card from your graveyard to your hand. 1/1 creature. Okay, that's a nice recovery card. Actually, this is actually a pretty good recovery card. In fact, this might be good for my 1 mana deck because recovery is something I could use. This might be good for Kudo. This might be good for Kudo. I'll consider that. Academy Journey Mage, 4 mana on a blue. Human Wizard. This spell costs 1 mana less to cast if you control a wizard. So it becomes a 3/1 cast. When Journey Mage enters the battlefield, return target creature an opponent controls to its owner's hand. Baloth Gorger, 2 mana and 2 green. Beast, kicker 4. 4 mana. If Gorger was kicked, it enters the battlefield with 3+1/+1 counters on it. 4/4 creature. This is actually pretty nasty. If you got Hardened Scales or Branching Evolution or Doubling Season, you get 6+1/+1 counters instead of 3, and you could turn it into a 10/10 creature. They had that in mind. I could see it right now. They had that in mind that you could turn it into a 10/10 creature with that combination. They knew that, and let's see here, 8 mana for a 10/10 creature. Overall, if you have Branching Evolution or Doubling Season, anything that doubles up when you that doubles up the tokens. Yeah, 8 mana for 10/10. That's actually pretty good. That's an excellent undercost. Very much worth it if you have the combo. Guardians of Koilos, 5 mana, artifact creature, construct. When Koilos enters the battlefield, you may return another target historic permanent you control to its owner's hand. Artifacts, legendaries, and sagas are historic. 4/4 creature. Good for historic decks if you're playing those. Chainer's Torment, 3 mana in the black. Enchantment Saga. As the saga enters and after your draw step, add a lore counter, sacrifice after 3. Yeah, you see, there is a difference. Did that, let me see this one. Oh, no, okay, it did say sacrifice after 3. Okay, I wasn't paying attention. I was, like, looking at it, and I'm like, isn't it supposed to sacrifice? Yes, it does. They do sacrifice. Thank goodness. Chapter 1 and Chapter 2. Chainer's Torment deals 2 damage to each opponent, and you gain 2 life. Chapter 3. Create an XX Black Nightmare horror creature token where X is half your life total. Round it up. It deals X damage to you. Woo! So yeah, you're gonna take a lot of hits. You better be ready to kill. This is actually great for Commander when you think about it. Oh, he becomes a 20/20 creature. He becomes a 20/20 creature. Curator's War, 2 mana in a blue. Enchantment Aura. Enchanted permanent has hexproof. When enchanted permanent leaves the battlefield, it was historic. Draw 2 cards. If it was historic, draw 2 cards. Okay. Okay, so enchant the saga. That means you can enchant a saga. That's pretty cool. That's actually really cool. Actually, when you think about it, you attach it to an enchantment saga, play out the saga, sacrifice it with the ward, and you get 2 cards in return on top of all whatever your chapter 3 effect is. That's tight. That's actually a tight card. The Mending of Dominaria. 3 mana and 2 green. Enchantment Saga. As this chapter 2, chapter 1 and 2. Put the top 2 cards of your library into your graveyard. Then you may return a creature card from your graveyard to your hand, which is great because you can put back any creature card that's in your graveyard. It's not specific. Return all land cards from your graveyard to the battlefield. Then shuffle your graveyard into your library, which is actually pretty tight. It's a pretty tight card, especially for 5 mana. You get a creature back for 2 chapters after milling, and then you get to put all the land cards that ended up in there into the battlefield. If you're doing like a land deck, a land focus deck, this is actually the perfect card to do that for your commander. Ooh, I never got this one. I've read this in Scryfall. Shana, Sisei's Legacy, green and a white. Human Warrior. Shana can't be the target of abilities your opponents control. Shana gets +1/+1 for each creature you control. 0/0 creature. This is actually pretty cool. I am heir to many treasures. None is as precious knowing how my ancestor lived her life. Sisei. Dang, I would like to pair her up with Sisei. I would like to actually build the whole Weatherlight crew and make a whole deck out of it. That would be cool. I mean, I have Squee, Gerard Capuchin. I got Sisei, Weatherlight Captain. You know what I'm saying? Here's my basic land, Plains. And here's another Sapperling. I really like the design for the Sapperlings. They make them look like snails. That's really cool. I like the snail-like look to it. One Piece. The One Piece live action. The telesnails. Here we go. What are we opening up with? I got Fervent Strike. I've already showed that. Let's see here. Sarah Disciple. 1 mana and a white. Bird Cleric. Flying. First strike. Whenever you cast a historic spell, Sarah Disciple gets +1/+1 and until end of turn. 1/1 creature. Interesting. Flying first strike though. That's pretty good. I've been pining to do a bird deck for the longest time. I love the birds. I love the birds. Arbor Armament. 1 green. Instant. Put a +1/+1 counter on target creature. That creature gains reach until end of turn. Cool. I think all cards that are archers and any creature that's supposed to be a giant skyscraper should have reach. There's no reason not to have that. Stronghold Confessor, 1 black, human cleric, kicker 3, mana. Menace. This creature can't be blocked except by 2 or more creatures. If Stronghold Confessor was kicked, it entered the battlefield with 2 +1/+1 counters on it. 1/1 creature. Not bad. For 1 mana and a chance to kick it for extra mana, that's actually a pretty fair cost, actually, because you get Menace. You know what I'm saying? Get a 3/3 creature with Menace for 4 mana. Yeah, that's a fair deal. Ancient Animus, 1 mana and a green, instant. Put a +1/+1 counter on target creature you control if it's legendary. Then it fights target creature an opponent controls. Each deals damage equal to its power to the other. Basically, Yu-Gi-Oh! Battle. Power Stone Shard, 3 mana, artifact, tap to tap. Add 1 colorless for each artifact you control named Power Stone Shard. Not very good for Commander, because you only get 1 copy, but definitely good for those constructed, where you could put 4 of those in there. Unwind. 2 mana and a blue. Instant. Counter target non-creature spell. Untap up to 3 lands. Okay. But very specific. I don't know if that's really a good counter. Death Bloom Thallid. 2 mana and a black fungus. When the Thallid dies, create a 1/1 green sapperling creature token. 3/2 creature. Yeah, if you're doing a fungus deck, I think it's fine. Yeah, if you're doing a green-black fungus deck. Now I want to do a green-black fungus deck. I'm coming across a lot of fungus. Shivan Fire. Look at this Shivan Dragon. That's awesome. Just burning the guy alive. Look at that, man. The guy's dying. He's like, oh my gosh, I'm burning. It burns. 1 red mana. 1 red. Instant. Kicker 4 mana. Fire deals 2 damage to target creature. If the spell was kicked, it deals 4 damage to that creature instead. Chainer's Torment. Got another Chainer's Tournament. Tournament. Torment. Settle the score. 2 mana, 2 black. Sorcery. Exile target creature. Put 2 loyalty counters on a planeswalker you control. Oh, okay. Get the free loyalty counters in exchange for an exiled creature. Alright. Fall of the Thron. 5 mana and a white. Chapter 1, destroy all lands. Chapters 2 and 3, each player returns 2 land cards from their graveyard to the battlefield. Enchantment Saga. That's actually pretty... Okay. Interesting. So it's a temporary... It's a temporary Armageddon, and players will get back 4 land cards. Yeah, that's fine for Commander, but just be ready if you decide to start destroying everyone's start exiling people's graveyards with their with their lands in it, because they will hate you. Keldon Overseer, 2 mana and a red. Human Warrior, kicker, 3 mana and a red. Haste. When Overseer enters the battlefield, if it was kicked, gain control of target creature until end of turn. Untap that creature, gains haste until end of turn. 3/1 creature. Fascinating Warrior. I don't think it'll fit in my Samurai Warriors deck. Falduk, Keeper of the Flame, 2 mana and a red. Human Shaman at the beginning of combat on your turn. For each aura and equipment attached to Valden, create a 3/1 red elemental creature token with trample and haste. Exile those tokens at the beginning of the next end step. 3/2 creature. I would have loved this for my Samurai Warriors deck if it wasn't for the fact that the creatures are temporary. Swamp. We got a basic land swamp. And another Sapperling. Keep bringing in them Sapperlings. I definitely now the Sapperlings are getting my attention. How many green decks have I built now? how many decks do I have that features green? What green is definitely green is my main color. You know, that's my primary color. White is secondary. Blue is my third. Red is my fourth. Black is dead last. G2 Journey Mage to okay, so there's a boon the boon cards for Journey Mages because I got another Journey Mage from blue. So Journey Mage, Gitu Journey Mage, 2 mana and a red, human wizard. When Journey Mage enters the battlefield, if you control another wizard, Journey Mage deals 2 damage to each opponent. 3/2 creature, very interesting. So so if I were to get the 3 more Journey Mages, could do a Rainbow Journey Mage deck. No, I won't. Well, if I were to do a wizard deck and rainbow it, yeah, I would probably throw all the Journey Mages in there. Invoke the Divine, 2 mana and a white, instant. Destroy target artifact or creature. You gain 4 life, and it's an instant. Excellent. Excellent. This is an excellent card. Sure, it's one mana extra compared to Disenchant, but it is but the fact that I get life with that, if I were to play this with if I put this in my Sithis deck, given that gaining life, life gain, or actually I could put this in. I could also put this in my Amalia deck because life gain is also an important thing. It's a black and white life gain deck. This would be great. That's a great thing to throw in. The Vest, 1 black, sorcery. Target player reveals their hand. You choose an artifact or creature card from it. That player discards that card. Okay. Grow from the Ashes, 2 mana and a green, sorcery. Kicker, 2 mana. Search your library for a basic land card. Put it onto the battlefield. Then shuffle your library if the spell was kicked. Instead, search your library for 2 basic land cards. Put them onto the battlefield. Then search your library. Keep in mind that it's just saying put it onto the battlefield. It's not saying to tap it. This is a very solid card for 3 mana. For 3 mana, that's actually pretty good. You get 1, which is not good compared to Kadama's Reach, but to spend 5 to get, which is all colorless. The 4 mana is colorless. Do that with the Kicker, and you get 2 land cards, and they immediately come into the battlefield untapped. That's the big difference, though. It's the untapped part. Yeah, this is solid. I want to try and see if I could fit it into one of my decks. Eviscerate, 3 mana and a black. Sorcery, destroy target creature. Could use that in one of my black decks. One of my commanders with black. So that way I can get rid of a creature. Very straightforward. I know it's a sorcery, but getting rid of a creature is very important. Pardic Wanderer, 6 mana, Golem. Ooh. Trample, 5/5 creature. Very straightforward. I like that. That's actually a good cost. 6 mana for a 5/5 Trampler. Good cost. Sapperling Migration. I got another one of these. These are actually pretty good. 6 mana. 6 mana total between the casting cost and the kicker for 4 creatures. It's pretty good. I like that. Another Jousting Lance with a +2/+0. Get first strike on your turn. Run Amok. 1 mana and a red instant. Target attacking creature gets +3/+3 and gain trample until end of turn. Pretty solid red card for this cost, and it's an instant. Shoot, man, this is a good giant growth actually. Blink of an Eye, 1 mana and a blue, instant. Kicker, 1 mana and a blue. Return target creature non-land permanent to its owner's hand. If the spell is kicked, draw a card as well. Nice. Triumph of Gerard. Oh, look at Gerard Coppishin. 1 mana and a white. Chapters 1 and 2, put a +1/+1 counter on target creature you control with the greatest power. Chapter 3, target creature you control with the greatest power gains flying, first strike, and lifelink until end of turn. Whoa. Wow, okay. Howling Golem, 3 mana, Golem. Whenever Golem attacks or blocks, each player draws a card. 2/3 creature, Hug. Nope, I'm not doing that because I don't play Hugs. Shalai, Voice of Plenty, 3 mana and a white. Angel, legendary. Flying. You, planeswalkers you control, and other creatures you control have hexproof. 4 mana, 2 green. Put a +1/+1 counter on each creature you control. 3/4. This is a color identity, green white. Holy mackerel. I might want to throw that into my Sithis deck. Just so that way I can spend that 6 mana and put +1/+1 counters across the board. That's tight. That's tight. Tiana, Ship's Caretaker. I ended up getting this card in the end because I bought this card loose out in the wild collector's market. 3 mana, red and a white. Creature, Angel Artificer, flying, first strike. Whenever or equipment you control is put into a graveyard from the battlefield, you may return that card to its owner's hand at the beginning of the next end step. Here's my swamp, basically in swamp. Oh, I don't have a Sapperling token. I got a soldier this time. Ooh, soldier token. I got a soldier token. Here we go. Next set of cards here. Yeah, almost. There we go. All right, here we are. Ooh, look at this, so beautiful. We got the Magic Online card. It's got the 1/3. It's a 1/1 creature. Benelish Honor Guard, 1 mana and a white, Human Knight. Honor Guard gets +1/+0 for each legendary creature you control. 2/2. This would be great for a Sisei deck if it's focused on legendaries. Syncopate. Ooh, here's an oldie. Here's a classic. Syncopate. That's a classic if I've ever seen one. X mana and a blue. Instant. Counter target spell unless its control pays X. If that spell is countered this way, exile it instead of putting it into its owner's graveyard. Nice. Another Arbor Armament where you get +1/+1 counter on target creature and reach. Stronghold, another Stronghold Confessor that gets menace and comes in with +1/+1 counters when kicked. Demonic Vigor, 1 black. Enchantment Aura, enchanted creature gets +1/+1 when enchanted creature dies. Return that card to its owner's hand. Call the Cavalry, 3 mana and a white. Sorcery, create 2 2/2 White Knight creature, tokens with vigilance. There's a lot of these type of cards. Pretty cool. That's pretty cool. You know, saying create tokens. I got another Ancient Animus. I got another Power Stone Shard. I got another Unwind. I got another Deathbloom Thalit. They're starting to repeat, man. Goblin War Chief. 1 mana and 2 blue, Goblin Warrior. Goblin spells you cast cost 1 less to cast. Goblins you control have haste. 2/2 creature. This is going into my Goblin deck. If I don't have it already, do I have it already? Is it in my Italy deck? I'll have to check and see. Ooh, we got a non-basic land. First one, Memorial to Glory land. Glory enters the battlefield. Tap to add 1 white. 3 mana and a white. Tap, sacrifice Glory. Create 2 1/1 white soldier creature tokens. Soldiers. Oh, another one. Cool. What's this here? Isolated Chapel. Chapel enters the battlefield tapped unless you control plains or a swamp. Tap to add white or black. Cool. Cool. I got a vampire here. Arvad the Cursed. 3 mana, white and a black. Vampire Knight. Death Touch Lifelink. Other legendary creatures you control get +2/+2. 3/3 creature. Let's see. I won't abandon the Weatherlight. My destiny is to serve Joyous Sight. This illness means I must trust my faith more and myself less. Yeah, I'm throwing that into my Amalia deck. The fact that she being a legendary will get +2/+2. What a great boost! What a great way to boost up her ability and get closer to that 20 life total to nuke the board. Forest, basic land forest. Oh, look at the Sapperling token here. It's very bloomy, colorful. Man, I'm liking those Sapperling tokens more and more. Here we go. Homerid Explorer. 3 mana blue. Homerid Scout. When Explorer enters the battlefield, target player puts the top 4 cards of their library into their graveyard. 3/3 creature. Not too shabby, actually. For a 4 mana cost, that's actually pretty good. That is way too good for a 4/4 cost. For a 4 mana cost, you got a 3/3 creature that mills the 4 cards from a player's library. That's crazy. Especially if you're doing your own mill deck and you need to mill to do things yourself. Giru Lava Runner, 1 red, human wizard. As long as there are 2 or more instant and or sorcery cards in your graveyard, Lava Runner gets +1/+0 and has haste. 1/2 creature. Okay. So he's always going to keep +1/+0 as long as you meet the requirements. It's not temporary. Not bad. And every time he comes back to the field, he'll gain haste. Adamant Will, 1 mana and a white, instant. Target creature gets +2/+2 and gains indestructible until end of turn. Opt I got a couple of these. 1 mana, instant. Scry 1. Look at the top card of your library. You may put that card on the bottom of your library. Draw a card. Pretty excellent card there. Pierce the Sky, 1 mana and a green. I have this one. This one, I already got went through that. Showed it off. Pierce the Sky deals 7 damage to target creature with flying instant. Pretty cool. Rat Colony. Ooh, I remember this one. Is this didn't I have? No, I never got this one. Rat Colony, 1 mana and a black. Rat. Rat Colony gets +1/+0 for each other rat you control. A deck can have any number of cards named Rat Colony. 2 mana and a 2/1 creature. If I want to make a rat deck, I gotta get a bunch of these for commander. That'll be hilarious. Shoot, make a have Gearfang be the have Gearfang be the legendary. Have Gearfang Okababas, and you'll have these tiny little rats piloting vehicles. Divination, 2 mana and a blue, sorcery, draw 2 cards. Short Sword, 1 mana. Oh, this is going into my mana deck, into my 1 mana deck. Artifact equipment, equipped creature gets +1/+1, 1 mana to equip. That's going into my Kudo deck. Blessed Light, 4 mana and a white, instant, exile target creature or enchantment. Okay, it's an exile, so for 5 mana, target creature or enchantment. Okay, I mean, it's an exile. But, Path to Exile, Swords to Plowshares. Keldon Overseer, I've already covered that because I got that card from the previous packs. Fire Fist Adept. Did I cover him? Probably not. 4 mana and a red, human wizard. When Adept enters the battlefield, deals X damage to target creature an opponent controls, where X is the number of wizards you control. 3/3 creature. The Flame of Keld, 1 mana and a red, enchantment saga. Chapter 1, discard your hand. Chapter 2, draw your 2 cards. Oh, that's a rarity for red. Draw 2 cards without any drawback. Chapter 3, if a red source you control will deal damage to a permanent or player this turn, it deals that much damage +2 to that permanent or player instead. And when it comes to damage, you gotta really get something good. Yawgmoth's Vile Offering, 4 mana and a black. Legendary sorcery. Legendary sorcery. I've never seen this before. I've never seen a legendary sorcery before. You may cast a legendary sorcery only if you control a legendary creature or planeswalker. Interesting. So legendary sorceries got their own mechanic. Wow. Put up to 1 target creature or planeswalker card from a graveyard onto the battlefield under your control. Destroy up to 1 target creature or planeswalker, then exile Vile Offering. Centuries ago, a mad god offered a simple trade. What a flavor text. Fascinating. So, if I wanted to, I could put this in my Malia deck, since Malia is a legendary. Slin Voda, the Rising Deep. 6 mana and 2 blue. Leviathan. Kicker, 1 mana and a blue. When Voda enters the battlefield, if it was kicked, return all creatures to their owner's hands, except for Merfolk, Kraken, Leviathan, Octopuses, and Serpents. 8/8 creature. So if your whole deck is centered around these creatures, you can clear the board. Not bad when kicked. So that's 10 mana to pull off that kick. All right, here's my island. I got a construct. Token artifact creature. This creature gets +1/+1 for each artifact you control. Okay, not bad. I mean, I'm getting some decent cards, honestly. I'm getting some decent cards in this. Very interesting seeing, 1 mana, one color cards without any drawbacks or kickers, with very minimal drawbacks. That's pretty impressive. We got here your personal Magic Academy card, 0/0 land. All right, another Homerid Explorer, another Lava Runner, another Adamant Will, another Opt. Here we go. Cobble, Paladin, 3 mana and a black. Creature, Human Knight. Whenever you cast a historic spell, Paladin deals 2 damage to each opponent. 4/2 creature. Adventurous Impulse, 1 green. Sorcery, look at the top 3 cards of your library. You may reveal a creature or land card from among them and put it into your hand. Put the rest on the bottom of your library in any order. This is most likely going to go into my Kudo deck. The fact that I can, fish out creatures and lands and put it, you may reveal a creature or a land. So I could get one or the other, which is pretty good. This is actually a pretty good card for 1 mana. That's actually pretty good. You can get one or the other. So you're guaranteed to get something out of that. Keldon Raider, 2 mana and 2 red. Human Warrior. When Raider enters the battlefield, you may discard a card. If you do, draw a card for 3 creature. Okay. Broken Bond, 1 mana and a green. Sorcery. Destroy target artifact or enchantment. You may put a land card from your hand onto the battlefield for 1 mana and 1 green. Naturalized with a free land drop. Yo, that's going into a deck. That's going into a deck. Divination, got that. Mesa Unicorn, unicorns. 1 mana and a white unicorn, lifelink, 2/2 creature. Seriously, this is so cool that there's a lot of 1 mana, 1 color cards in Dominaria. Easy to cast and play. I really like that. Untamed Kavu, 1 mana and a green. Kavu, kicker, 3 mana. Vigilance, trample. If Kavu was kicked, it enters the battlefield with 3 +1/+1 counters on it. So for 5 mana overall, you get a Vigilance, trample, 5/5 creature for 5 mana. That's actually pretty good. That's actually pretty good cost. Goblin Barrage, 3 mana and a red. Kicker, sorcery card. Kicker, sacrifice an artifact or goblin. You may sacrifice an artifact or goblin in addition to any other cause as you cast a spell. Barrage deals 4 damage to target creature. If the spell was kicked, it also deals 4 damage to target player or planeswalker. This could do good for my goblin deck. I'll have to see. Two-headed giant, 2 mana and 2 red. Giant warrior. When two-headed giant attacks, flip a coin. Flip 2 coins. Flip 2 coins. Got it. Twin-headed giant. All right. If both coins come up heads, the giant gains double strike until end of turn. If both comes up tails, then the giant gets menace until end of turn. 4/4 creature. That's cool. Okay, so it's a win-win flip. Halar, the Fire Fletcher. 1 mana, red and green. Legendary. Elf Archer, trample. Whenever you cast a spell, if that spell was kicked, put a... Oh, okay. Oh, okay. So whenever you cast a spell, if that spell was kicked, put a +1/+1 counter on Halar. Then Halar deals damage equal to the number of +1/+1 counters on it to each opponent. 3/3. That is tight. That is tight. And there's a lot of kicker going on here. So that's a kicker deck. Make a kicker commander. Kick your commander. Here's my mountain. I get a Knight token with Vigilance, 2/2. Alright, so that was actually a good, that was a decent pool there. There's some potential to use for my decks, to squeeze into my decks. We're almost there. Alright. Let's see. I got another Honor Guard, which gets +1 for each legendary I control. Artificer's Assistant. Ooh, a bird. Yes. Blue. 1 blue. Bird. Flying. Whenever you cast a historic spell, scry 1. To scry 1. Okay. 1/1 creature. Okay, that's cool. Knight of Dominaria. 1 mana and a white. Human knight. 3/1 creature. Okay. Very straightforward, normal creature. I got another Stronghold Confessor. Crozen Druid. 2 mana and a green. Centaur Druid. Kicker. 4 mana and a green. When Druid enters the battlefield, if it was kicked, you gain 10 life. 2/3 creature. Okay. I don't know. I don't know. Kicker is 6 mana total. +3. That's 9 for 10 life. With 2/3 creature. I don't think that's worth it. Call the Cavalry. Create 3 mana and a white. Sorcery. Create 2/2 white knight creature tokens with vigilance. Oh, here's a classic. Llanowar Elves. 1 green. Elf Druid. Tap to add 1 green. 1/1 creature. I got a more recent artwork on that one. Sparring Construct. 1 mana. Construct. When Construct dies, put a +1/+1 counter on target creature you control. 1/1. I might consider putting that into my 1 mana deck. Only for the fact that if I kill him off, I could get a +1/+1 counter on my creatures. Another Eviscerate, destroy target creature. That's great because now 2 of my commanders who are black might be able to enjoy that. Another Unwind. Another Untamed Kavu. Champion of the Flame. It's a warrior type. This is going into Samurai Warriors. 1 mana and a red. Yeah, it's going in. It's going into my Samurai Warriors deck. Human Warrior, Trample, Champion of Flame gets +2/+2 for each aura and equipment attached to it. 1/1 creature. It is definitely going into my Samurai Warriors deck. With all those equipment cards, yeah. Ooh. I've only ever heard of this card from back in the days. We're talking the early days of Magic. I actually have a copy of this now. My first Juggernaut. Ooh, I'm the Juggernaut. 4 mana, Juggernaut. Juggernaut attacks each combat if able. Juggernaut can't be blocked by walls. 5/3 creature. Artifact creature. Wow, I got a Juggernaut. My very first Juggernaut. I like that. Naban, Dean of Iteration. 1 mana and a blue. Legendary creature, human wizard. If a wizard entering the battlefield under your control causes a triggered ability of a permanent you control to trigger, that ability triggers an additional time. 2/1. This is Felix. But I need a wizard though. Oh no, it's an ETB. Sorry, it won't fit in that. If I were doing an ETB deck, yeah, this would be in it. And here's the Plains, another Saproling, pretty cool. All right, here we go. The last 2 packs. What am I gonna get? What am I gonna get? That's awesome. All right. Keldon Warcaller. Okay, that's new. 1 mana and a red. Human Warrior. Whenever Warcaller attacks, put a lore counter on target saga you control. 2/2. If you're doing a green-red with Satsuki, yeah. If you're doing, yeah, it could pair up very well. Deep Freeze. 2 mana and a blue. Enchantment Aura. Enchant creature. Enchanted creature has base power and toughness 0/4. Has defender. Loses all other abilities. And is a blue wall in addition to its other colors and types. So, okay. So, freeze up your enemy. Turn him into a block of ice. Skirk Prospector. 1 red. Goblin. Sacrifice a goblin. Add 1 red. 1/1 creature. Maybe this might work in my goblin deck if I need that quick mana. You know, actually, it would work if I have Squee. Since I got Squee in the deck, if Squee comes into my hand and goes into play, I'll be channeling a whole lot of red mana. Devenant Trapper. 2 mana and a white. Human Archer. Whenever you cast a historic spell, tap target creature an opponent controls. 3/2 creature. Oh, here's a rat colony. Oh, there we go. 2 rat colonies. Cool. Got another armament. Vicious offering. 1 mana and a black. Instant. Kicker. Sacrifice a creature, which means you may sacrifice a creature in addition to any other costs as you cast this spell. Target creature gets -2/-2 until end of turn. If this spell is kicked, that creature gets -5/-5 until end of turn instead. I got another short sword. Cool. Now I can spread it out with other decks that I'm utilizing equipment cards with. Pegasus Cursor. 2 mana and a white. Pegasus, flying. Whenever Cursor attacks, another target attacking creature gains flying until end of turn. 1/3. Okay, that's pretty cool. That's pretty cool. Okay. Wizard's Retorts. 1 mana and 2 blue. Instant. This spell costs 1 less to cast if you control a wizard. Counter target spell. Okay, so this is great for when you have wizard decks. If you're doing a wizard deck, you got a free counter spell. Good for commander. If you're doing a wizard commander, you got yourself the counter spell cost. Thorn Elemental, 5 mana and 2 green elemental. You may have elemental assign its combat damage as though it weren't blocked. 7/7 creature, very interesting. Lich's Mastery, 3 mana and 3 black. Legendary enchantment. Hexproof. You can't lose the game. Whenever you gain life, draw that many cards. Whenever you lose life, for each 1 life you lose, exile a permanent you control or a card from your hand or graveyard. When Lich's Mastery leaves the battlefield, you lose the game. Not worth the trouble. I was very tempted. I was like, ooh, this could be good for Mamalia. And nope. If it leaves the battlefield, I lose the game. Can't have that. Easy to destroy enchantments. Disenchant. Naturalize. That I'm done for. Woodland Cemetery. Land. Woodland Cemetery enters the battlefield tapped. Unless you control swamp or a forest. Tap to add black or green. Cool. Ooh. Denitha Capuchin Paragon. Oh, she draws some Descendant? Interesting. 2 mana and a white, Human Knight. First strike, Vigilance, Lifelink, Aura, and equipment spells you cast cost 1 less to cast. 2/2 creature. I will protect the less unfortunate. I will love bravely. I will face despair and fight on. As a Capuchin, I can do no less. 2/2 creature. Nice. That's cool. The Capuchin. Gerard's legacy. That's actually not bad. I wish she was a warrior though. If she was a warrior, I would have thrown her into my Samurai Warriors deck because that's actually a pretty good card there. Got a forest and another sapperling. I've been getting a lot of sapperlings, man. I'm gonna have to look into that. Look into the fungus. Look into the fungus. Final pack, everybody. Final pack. What are we gonna get? What are we gonna get here? There we go. Alright. We got another Lava Runner. Another Lava Runner. Another Sarah Disciple. Talarian Scholar. 2 mana in the blue. Human Wizard. 2/3 creature. Talarian Academies embrace a tradition of study and research while discouraging the kinds of experiments that ruined the original island of Talaria. Interesting. Mammoth Spider. 4 mana in the green. Spider. Reach. 3/5 creature. Feral Abomination. 5 mana in the black. Thrall. Death Touch. 5/5. Okay. 6 for 6 full mana for a Death Touch 5/5 creature. That's pretty good. Primordial Worm. 4 mana and 2 green. 7/6 creature. Worm. Navigator's Compass. 1 mana artifact. When Compass enters the battlefield, you gain 3 life. Tap until end of turn. Target land you control becomes the basic land type of your choice in addition to its other types. Interesting. The Weatherlight can no longer plane shift, but it can traverse Dominaria with ease. Oh, okay. This is actually a pretty interesting card. I'll have to consider that for my... Shoot, you know what? Yeah, I think I might want to add that to my Kudo deck. I might consider adding that to my Kudo deck. Just to get that mana speed, that mana ramp going. Cloud Reader Sphinx, 4 mana on a blue. Sphinx, flying. When Sphinx enters the battlefield, scry 2. You look at the top 2 cards of your library, then put any number of them on the bottom of your library, and the rest on top in any order. 3/4 creature. Fiery Intervention, 4 mana on a red. Sorcery, choose 1. Intervention deals 5 damage to target creature. Destroy target artifact. 5 mana. Sorcery, I don't know. I don't think that's good. Blood Tallow Candle, 1 mana artifact. For 6 mana and a tap, sacrifice the candle. Target creature gets -5/-5 until end of turn. Interesting. Memorial to Genius. Oh, look at that statue. Jeez. Land. Memorial to Genius enters the battlefield. Tap to add blue. 4 mana blue. Tap. Sacrifice Memorial. Draw 2 cards. Okay. Board the Weatherlight. 1 mana and a white. Sorcery, look at the top 5 cards of your library. You may reveal a historic card from among them and put it into your hand. Put the rest on the bottom of your library in a random order. Very tempting. If I want to put in my Kenrith deck with all of the vehicles, since they're historics, artifacts. Ooh, I got the Mox Amber. Everybody was telling me about this when I picked up the box. Look at that. Yo, that's tight, man. I got the Mox Amber. Wow, the last pack, man. The last pack. 0 mana, legendary artifact. Tap. Add 1 mana of any color among legendary creatures and planeswalkers you control. Yo, that's going into one of my decks. Hands down, I got a nice mana rock. Oh, wow. That is, what a great get, man. The Mox Amber. Yo, tight. Garna, the Blood Flame, 3 mana, black and a red. Legendary creature, human warrior. Flash, whenever Garna enters the battlefield, return to your hand all creatures in your graveyard that were put there from anywhere this turn. Other creatures you control have haste, 3/3 creature. Interesting, very interesting card. Very interesting for a black red deck. Island and cleric token creature. Man, Mox Amber. What a way to end that. What a way to end that, everybody. I'm just curious about something regarding Mox Amber. Let me just see here. Wow. That much, huh? That much, huh? Wow. And if it was the Brother of Wars retro artifact, wow. Dominaria promos. Is it a promo? I doubt it. No, it wouldn't be a promo. It's just a basic. Still, that's actually pretty. That's pretty good. Mox Amber. Wow, what a pull. What a great way to end that, man. That is a great way to end that. Oh, man. That makes me a happy camper. What a get. Let me put that on the top here. What a great get, man. Now I gotta figure out where to fit that in, because it's 1 mana of any color among legendary creatures and planeswalkers you control, which means your commander. And I got Kenrith. I might put that in my my Kenrith, or I could put in my Sisay Weatherlight Captain, or the first Sliver, to get that optimal 5-color game. I'll have to think about that. Oh my gosh. Wow. That is so awesome. That is just beyond amazing. Yeah, so the cards that I pulled out, a good chunk of these cards can be yeah, I'm gonna put the amber right here, front and center for all of you. I'm flexing. Flex. Flex that amber. So let's see here. I'm gonna sort this out and see which cards can go into my commander decks, and see if there's anything interesting. This one I might want to put into my Sisay deck. Fiery Intervention. Compass Navigator. This one This one I probably will throw into my Kudo deck since it's 1 mana and mana rock because of the way the deck is built. Mana resources is very limited. So the fact that I can generate um, um, another color. Let's see. Until end of turn, target land you control becomes the basic land type of your choice. So that'll be good. Like if I need that, if I need to switch over to white or green for whatever reason. Don't need the primordial worm. Don't need that yet. Nope. Scholar. If I wanted to build a bird deck, I got something cool to work with. I got some nice birds. If I up and decide to do that, I love these sapperling tokens. I really wish Danitha was a warrior. She would have gone right into my samurai warrior deck. Mm, um, she might work very well in my Kenrith deck because I do have equipment creatures um, and some auras in that deck, but a lot of equipment creatures and equipment cards, so she can help cut their cost very easily. The cemetery. Let me put the land to the side there. This is definitely not going into any deck whatsoever. This is not a good deck. Here, let me put that down here. Okay. Thorn Elemental. Let's see. Thorn Elemental. No. Maybe if I did an Elemental deck, but Wizard's Retort. Pegasus Cursor. Short Sword. Short Sword is going into my Kudo deck. That's actually pretty. That's not. That's pretty good. I should be able to fit it in here. Vicious Offering, Arbor Armament, Rat Colony. Let's see. Whenever you cast a historic spell, no, I don't see that. This is going into my Goblin deck. Because when Squeak comes out, yeah. Deep Freeze. No, the Warcaller. It's not going in. Sapperling token to the side, mana to the side. I'm not doing any wizards. Juggernaut, so cool. Got the Juggernaut. Attacks each combat able, can't be blocked by walls. Champion Flame is definitely going into my Samurai Warriors deck. That is awesome. Untamed Kavu. Don't know. Unwind. Eviscerate. I'm gonna definitely squeeze it into either Amalia or Satoru. Actually, I got 2 Eviscerate, so I could be able to squeeze both of them. I think I'm gonna probably squeeze this into my Kudo deck, just for the fact that I can do a +1/+1. Got a nice new mana dork to work with here. Call of the Cavalry, Crossing Druid, Stronghold Confessor. Nah. Normal. Maybe when I have to do a bird deck. I know Honor gets +1/+1. No, I'm not doing legendary creature. Let's see what else. If I was doing a kicker deck, I would this would be the commander, but I'm not interested in kicker decks. Goblin Barrage, Untamed Kavu, that's a unicorn. Broken Bond, destroy target artifact. I love this card. I'm probably I'm gonna fit that somewhere. Because it's excellent. It's actually pretty good. Keldon Raider, no. Adventurous Impulse is definitely going into my Kudo deck. It's definitely going into Kudo. Cobble Paladin. Let me make some space here. Excuse me. Maybe I should put this to the side, so that way I can slide all of this up. Here we go. Okay. There we go. So yeah, Danitha will probably go into my. I'll probably put it in my Sisei Weatherlight Captain because it's all about dropping. Wait a second. She does artifacts. Oh no, equipment and aura. Sorry, she's gonna go into my Kenrith deck. I'm gonna see if I can squeeze her into the Kenrith deck. Okay. Sorry, I'm just reorganizing. Here. because I need some space. There we go. All right. Let's see. We got Adamant Will, Opt, which I don't know. Lava Runner, nah. Explorer. All right. Let's see here. Center that. Center that. There we go. Construct token. Basic land. Nope. I'm not doing anything big with this one. Yawgmoth's File Offering. Yeah, I'm probably gonna squeeze that into my Amalia deck. Let's see if I can squeeze that in there. That's not a bad card, especially because Amalia is always going to come out. Always going to end up coming out. So I have, so I got a legendary to work with. The Flame of Kel. Maybe if I was doing a Saga deck. Overseer. Blessed Light. Too expensive for even for an instant, just to exile. Short Sword. This is going to go into another one of my decks. Divination, Rat Colony, Pierce the Sky, Opt. I got a lot of good draw cards. Draw a card. Adamant Will, Lava Runner, another Homer. Let's put these Sapperling tokens. I'm gonna have to make a fungus deck. This is going into Amalia, hands down. Other legendary creatures you control get +2/+2. Yeah, he's automatically in. He's a vampire. Isolated Chapel, Memorial to Glory, Goblin War Chief. I think I have it. I don't know, but I'm gonna put him here just in case. If I don't have him, perfect. I got him for my Goblin deck. The Thalids, Unwind, counter target non-creature spell. Power Stone Shard. You just add one for each artifact you control. For 3 mana, just for 1 colorless, unless I have more Power Stone Shards. I can't fit that in a commander because I need 3 of those. I need like 4 of those to really optimize it. Ancient Animus, Call the Cavalry, Demonic Vigor. It's not too bad. Enchant creature gets +1/+1. When it dies, return the card. It's not too bad. Stronghold Confessor. Syncopate. I got the original, so that's such a classic. So basically it was like a wall of text, but I see they condensed it down for Syncopate. Honor Guard. There's another token. Another basic land. I am so saddened that I ended up pulling Tiana's Ship's Caretaker because I bought this card in the collector market because I wanted to use that in my equipment deck. One of my equipment decks. Shalai, Voice of Plenty. This is going into Sithis, hands down. Howling Golem. No hugging. I don't hug. Triumph of Gerard, Blink of an Eye, Run Amok. Jousting Lance. This is not really worth the trouble because you only get first strike during your turn. I'd rather have it on both turns. This is a cool card, Sapperling Migration. You know, more golems. I may have to think about doing a golem deck. That'd probably be freaking awesome. Hey, welcome, Queen Bella. How you doing? Another Eviscerate, which will go into the deck. Grow from the Ashes. Oh yeah. This is one that I like because it goes into the battlefield and you kick for 2 lands for it. And it's untapped. I'll put that here for consideration. The Vest. You choose an artifact creature. Invoke the Divine. This is a tight card. Destroy target artifact, enchantment, gain 4 life, instant. That's gonna go into a deck. I ran out of space, didn't I? Oh man, here we go. Here we go. Let me just line this all up. Try and squeeze in more space. Another Journey Mage, Sapperling, basic. Keeper of the Flame. Again, he's not a warrior. Also, I don't like that the cards that the creatures get exiled after they come out. Overseer gains the enter the battlefield. Um, Not really. He won't fit. Follow the Thran. That's a pretty. I think I got this one. I already have a copy of that. Settle the score. No, because I'm not doing a saga deck. Shivan Fire. Maybe. I don't know. Maybe. I mean, it's 2 damage for once. It's a quick shock, but with a kick gets 4 more damage. But focus on the target creature though. I'm not sure if this is something that I would want to do for my goblin deck. I'll have to sit that out. Another Deathbloom Thallid, another Unwind. Yeah, they're not going into any decks. Target creature gets +1/+0. Sapperling. Shana Sisei's Legacy can't be the target of can't be the target of spells. Can't be the target of abilities your opponents control. Shana gets +1/+1 for each creature you control. I'm trying to figure out where I could be able to squeeze her in. Honestly, she's a human warrior, but she's green and white. So, I don't know. Sithis? I could put her in my Sithis deck because I generate a lot of creatures with the Sithis, which means that and this is for each creature. So if I have like 10, she becomes a 10/10 creature. That can't be the target spells or abilities. I'll put this for consideration. I'll put it down here for consideration. Mending of Dominaria, pretty solid card. I got a couple of these. Curator's Ward, Trainer's Torment. That's another one. Coilos, No Hug. Baloth Gorger. This is a tough one. Actually, it may work. I'm not sure. Mm. Uh. Mm. Huh. Oh. Hmm. Um. I'm wondering if I could fit in my loot deck because it's 4 mana, so it meets the minimum requirements for what I wanted to do. But I need the kick part. I'll put that for consideration, just in case. Journey Mage, another Journey Mage. No, Tragic Poet. He's going into Kudo because I like that. Return target enchantment card from your graveyard to your hand. If I ever come across a problem like that in Kudo, I got a creature that can get rid of that can get it back, no problem. Skin Witch, no. Gift of Growth, no. Frenzied Rage, yeah. These Radiating Lightning, instant 3 damage to target player, 1 damage to each creature that player controls. I'll put that for consideration with Italy. Alright. We are almost done here. Whisper. Sacrifice 2 creature, return target creature, card from your graveyard. Maybe if I was doing a token heavy commander with black, I would say yes, but I don't have such a thing. First Explosion, the Trickster, Nature Spiral, return target creature, target permanent. That's I'll figure out where to fit that in. Jousting Lance, Sapperling tokens, Omnivore, the Thallid Omnivore, deals 4 damage to target attacking creature. Nah. Run Amok, Voltaic Servant. The Acolyte enters the battlefield. Put the top 3 cards of your library and gain 3 life. No, it won't fit in. I don't see that for like Satoru or anything. There we go. All right. So there we go. So we got it all nice and separated. Here we go. All right. Put the non-basic lands up here. Let's move the tokens here. Here are the basic lands. Let's reorganize this. And let's see how many cards I got that's going to help me out here for my commander decks, my current commander decks. All right, we got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24. 24 cards that can help out my decks, and a whole bunch of nice new cards for future considerations of commander decks. You know what I'm saying? For future commander decks, some interesting cards. You know, interesting legendaries. Let's see, who was it that got my attention? The one that gave me the most attention. You know what I'm saying? That got me looking at it. Who was it? Who was it? What was her name? I keep forgetting her name. No. We're almost there. Yeah. This is interesting. If I'm interested in doing kickers, but I don't care for kickers. Who? Oh well, she's all the way at the bottom. Oh, here we go. Garna. Enters the battlefield. Return to your hand all creature cards in your graveyard that were put there from anywhere this turn. Other creatures you control have haste. Let's see. Yeah. This is actually pretty interesting, especially being a human warrior. But she's black and red. I haven't tapped into black and red for a commander deck, so that's an interesting card. You know, either as a commander or to fit into the deck. So yeah, wow, this was a good pull. It was a good pull. I got a good chunk of cards. One among them, the Mox Amber. One among them, the Mox Amber. So my decks, good chunk of my decks are gonna got some assistance going there, and I got a nice chunk of lands, 80 basic land cards. Because I feel like I'm getting pinched now as I continue to build more commander decks, and I got some interesting cards here, maybe for like future new commander decks that I want to build. So, and I got a nice player's guide and another card box to mess with, and nice little insert poster that I can do something, rip it apart. This was a good package. I liked it, and I like the pulls that I got. I'm very glad. Mox Amber, my gosh, man, got the Mox Amber. Everybody was telling me, oh, there's the Mox Amber. Well, look at that. I got a Mox Amber, my first one, and I got my first Juggernaut, my first ever Juggernaut. So, oh my gosh, this was great. This was great compared to last time with Dominaria United. Because there were draft boosters and I was just getting way too many repeats. I got a good chunk of cards here to work with, and some interesting cards for future commander decks. So there we go. Comment, like, subscribe, follow. You know you want to. And head on over to Amazon.com and BarnesandNoble.com and grab yourself a copy of The Impossible Man, a strange fantasy novel written by me. You'll find the links down in the description below. Along with links to other merch such as pins, stickers, t-shirts, and music. Please help yourselves, and thank you for your patronage. And if you're interested, you can join me on my live multi-stream on Twitch and Kick every Monday through Thursday, 10 o'clock p.m. Eastern Standard Time. So until the next unboxing, thank you all for joining me, and I wish you all a good night, a buenas noches, and oyasumi na sight.